time at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears. Santos.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56, the #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Third down and 9. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And they'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback. Now, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Bears 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now Williams going to keep it himself. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On second down, it's Williams. Open man, that's Roma Gunze. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Chicago.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On first down, it's Swift. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
Quick slant, caught by Burton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got a man, that's DJ Moore. Pickup there of 13. Good for a Bears first down.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On third down, it's Williams. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. Nakua snags it over the middle. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
That's good.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Second down, it's Stafford. He'll get this to Kyron Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Rams first down.
46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. That is a big play for L.A. 33 yards.
First and 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That's to Parkinson, open right side. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice game to his tight end.
Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it 3rd and 9 to begin. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run. It's Williams. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. The motion man is Nakua. One more time for Williams. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
This one caught at the 4.
Stafford's pass complete to number 89.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, He's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
A 20-yard attempt.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Rams will take a 3-0 lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over for their second possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. On the option, it's Swift, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. 1st down, Chicago.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
On the give, it is Manunga. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Bears 1st down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack. And it's clear why.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient. Just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Emmanuel Forbes on the stop. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Rams offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Man in motion is Smith. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. The catch made by McCool. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long one.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
14 more yards.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Gain of 14.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. They go jet sweep and give it to Adams. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Ethan Evans now, as he's on to punt for the second time. Duvernay to return. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And nothing has come from these first two drives. Got a turnover on downs, followed by a punt last time they had it. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. That's out left and complete to Burton. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing on second down, Williams. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Guys, dig deep.
Throwing is Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big-time play for the Bears.
1st and 10.
And even 30 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Williams to throw on second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. Third down coming up. Now Williams. We'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
They'll go. It's Swift. And he's going to have the Bears first down by a good couple of yards. They get 3 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it, and he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle form, like the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, this is Blake Corum. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Stafford. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we get ourselves ready for this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Duvernay on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. Room to run at the 40. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Chicago.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll be forced out of bounds, a very short gain.
Swift. Out of bounds at midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Agunze. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Williams now to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And this is going to be a Rams 1st down, as he'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Now a first down throw for Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Here's a third down and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's called in on the left by Nakua. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On the give, it's Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 1. They'll go again here with Williams. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Parkinson in motion. Stafford now on third down. He's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 31, here's second and 9. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. And third down coming up. Parkinson in motion. Throw on third down, Stafford. Open man is Parkinson. A gain there of 11. First down, L.A.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Williams, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points.
Play action, Stafford. His throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he's going to have a Bears 1st down as the tackle is made at about the 43-yard line.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
They'll put Loveland in motion. On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. Past midfield to the 45. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Tackle made by Nate Landman.
35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. It's Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And You could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
He'll swing this out to Swift. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Pass is caught left side. That's Parkinson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. The motion man is Nakua. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He'll try to run for it with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Punt team headed out for the Rams. We forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. That's a gain of 19, and a very quick 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one on target to Moore. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Run now for Monunga. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The Bears send out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Rams offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Out of the gun, Stafford. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Oh, that is terrific.
The Bears
Out of
take over
bounds,
first and 10
inside the 5-yard line.
3-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And that'll give them the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now Williams going to keep it himself. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
On the give, it is Monunga. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Williams. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the ground, here is Monunga. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Monunga gonna get it again. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. We're going to run it here with Monunga. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
The 47-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and 2. Here we go. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And they're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a first down.
So, Mike, it's actually funny to say, but these are actually the kind of offensive possessions that defenses want you to have, right? So the idea on defense is make them snap it again, make them go the long way. So at some point, when they continue to get fresh sets of downs, expect them to try to get a big play, try to generate a chunk, and try to move the ball down the field at a quicker pace.
Second and 11. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They get it done. An old school, hard-fought game, won in the trenches in the driving snow. Not a lot of points, not a lot of big plays, but they did just enough to get out of here with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.